Brothers and sisters of the light, let me always remind you how blessed we are to be paladins. The most beautiful and the most badass, wrapped in glory. And you see it. And you know it in your heart. Oh, God. And not only are we just amazing, but our WoW content cup runneth over. I mean, they are about to beam a ton of content directly at y'all. And this is kind of the problem with modern WoW, right? Is that there's so much of it. And it's a good problem to have, but it is a problem in some ways because there's more WoW than ever, but the community's more divided across those variations of WoW. I mean, we've got Retail, Remix, Classic Annie, coming in very soon, TBC Annie. Don't forget about my Mop Classic, folks. Boy, a lot of praise for Mop, but I gotta tell you, when it comes to the classics, Mops might be the worst performer, huh? But it's not all bad news for the pandas, because right here, that Heritage Armor's coming in, finally. I'm not sure about the COVID mask on the front, but the rest of it's pretty awesome. I never understood why they let any other race be monks. I mean, we have undead monks and undead priests. I tell you, when I saw this over on the beta, it ruined the whole beta for me. I don't even want to play it anymore. I don't even care about Midnight. Ruins the whole game for me every time I see an undead priest. Are you out of your mind? Makes me fucking sick. Get a quest to go find some void abomination. I found one. And shout out to my crew in the Scarlet Crusade, who got wrapped up in cancel culture. And look, I get that they might take things to the extreme, but I think they've got some very interesting things to say. It's amazing to me what they will allow in the name of appeasement. You know, everybody's like, I should be able to be whatever I want to be. And it's like, no, you shouldn't. Because when other people see you be that, it ruins the game for them. Light-wielding undead. It makes the blood boil. But let's keep the video positive. Let's try that this time. Housing's coming in. Do you need another YouTube content creator to tell you that housing is awesome? If you haven't done it yet, housing is awesome. Is it awesome enough to pry a bunch of players away from the other classic modes? Or best scenario, bring new players in? I don't know. I don't know if it's that awesome, but I think it's pretty great. And so we'll see. We're going to get some more of the story. I'm not a huge fan of the story, to be honest, but I'm just giving in. I'm just committing to being a good sport about it. I will say, though, running around the beautiful, and I mean gorgeous, new Silvermoon City and the new Isle, just running around everywhere, blowing up void shit as a member of the Army of Light was awesome. I think these are awesome features. How effective they're going to be at expanding World of Warcraft, I don't know, but I think they're going to really help retention. I do. But even if the housing and all the changes coming at midnight don't pull Classic community members over, it doesn't matter. Because the whole purpose of the Classic Anniversary servers is to get us back into that Classic TBC. This is what everybody was waiting on. Classic is fine, but Outland is where the Classic junkies really go wild. And I'll tell you what, they're ready to do it again. Every time Blizzard announces this, you'll see a comment somewhere. People are like, I can't believe they're launching it again. And it's like, yeah, they're going to keep launching it over and over and over again. As upset as everyone got with Hearthstone, the new currency coming in for housing and retail, you wait until they see the WoW tokens coming in Classic Plus. Yeah, that Classic Plus dream that all the Classic community has, let me tell you what it includes. It includes WoW tokens. Because one of the things Blizzard has to know by now is that the Classic community loves to buy gold. That plus some 40-hour-a-week AV Grand Marshal grind. Oh, mwah, chef's kiss. And you wait till you see what they do here in TBC Classic number, 2 or 3 here. Keep them coming, baby. Brawler's Guild, remember that? Seemed like Brawler's Guild had a little cult following, didn't it? Like there were some people that really got into Brawler's Guild. I never really did it, but I'll check it out. And then right after that, we hop into Midnight. And I'll just tell you, after being on the beta over on Midnight for a little bit, first off, now I know why I don't do betas, and I'll never do them again, because you basically play the expansion, but it's not all polished up, so it kind of ruins the experience, right? Because you're playing like a choppy version of the expansion. And I really like to get immersed in it especially the first time I do it. I like to read the quest and stuff. But some of the cinematics aren't in place, and I don't know. Some of the stuff's buggy, so I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea for me, because I like to be surprised. I like to be awed and wowed at, the first experience, the first time you do it. But I will say the Paladin prunings feel fantastic to me, especially Lightsmith. Lightsmith felt very powerful. Of course, a lot of these things come down to tuning, right, in numbers, so we'll see how it plays out. But just the gameplay-wise and the spells and abilities feel great. And then the new zones, of course, are gorgeous. And look, it just feels like an extension of the War Within. That's exactly what it feels like. We added a bunch of cool features to the War Within, and we're just keeping it rolling. And so I think that's its strength, right? Because you got the beautiful zones, and you've got the great class development, and you're going to have the Mythic Plus system, and now you've got housing, and we're going to have our fishing, and all that fun stuff is going to be there. But is the ability prune plus things like housing going to be enough to pull in classic players or people that haven't played WoW in a long time? I think so. I think a lot of people are going to like the housing. I think the pruning is going to make the classes a little more streamlined and easier to manage. I had a lot of fun on the beta. I think it looks great. I think the classes feel great. There's a lot to do, and the UI thing's probably going to be a shit show. I mean, it's just going to be. We all knew it was going to be. It's going to continue to be for a while, and then it'll get to a place where it's all right. How long that takes, I don't know. Everything else seems like it's going in the right direction. I got a feeling they'll get that ironed out too. But there is WoW content coming out of our ears. It's interesting they bring in all this stuff that I think is really great and is pretty great content for retail, but is it enough to pull people off their brand of Warcraft? I don't know. People get pretty attached to their brand. I know I do. I don't really have a lot of interest in playing TBC again. And the people that are playing TBC again don't have a lot of interest in playing retail, a lot of them. But then we do have those people that are doing it all, and they're just chowing down on WoW. And boy, good for you all, huh? You got all this coming in. Maybe take the next week off and get some rest, if that's you, because you're about to get your fill of WoW content. It's getting beamed in. So, ready or not, here comes the WoW. Whatever your brand is, keep having fun, and just know there's more fun right around the corner. And I'll see you guys out there. Oklahoma out.